Hi everyone, welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas and back to the Novel Nomad, of course. And so today I'm going to be doing my top 5 favourite graphic novels that I read this year. So I'm doing a bit of a 2019 top 5. I thought it'd be great because I don't usually do a big yearly wrap up every year because I find that there's so many things I loved, and when I review back, I'm like, oh, of course I love that one too, and it's just too hard to choose. But I thought I'll do them in stages and I'll pick them by category so I don't feel too overwhelmed when it comes to try and pick the one favourite book of 2019. So like I said, I'm doing graphic novels today, and I'm going to go through the top 5 that I absolutely adored. And number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. This was so ridiculously good. I read it twice. As soon as I finished it, I started it again. It was so beautiful. I've read it 3 times since then. It's stunning. So what is basically a young dressmaker who wants to make her name in the world. She loves playing with fashion, and she really wants to be passionate and famous in her business. Basically catches the eye, well, her fashion catches the eye of a young prince who in fact loves dressing up as a woman. And so they kind of share the secret, and she starts making him these outrageously beautiful dresses that become the talk of the town, and his alter ego, as it is at the time, quickly becomes famous for one of the most fashionable women in Paris. And it's just so beautiful about these two people coming to love and accept each other for exactly who they are, even though the world may be condemning them for that love. And it's just, oh, I loved it. If someone could please make a movie of this, that would be brilliant, because I think this needs to get to a wider audience. It's such a beautiful graphic novel, and it's so gentle in the way that it tells its story. It's just a story of love and acceptance, and it's just something that everyone needs more of, especially after this year. My number 2 most favourite, I'm kind of using these 2 in 1 because they're part of the same series, and that is Heartstopper. This is by Alice Oshman. She's also a writer, but she does illustrate and write these stories as well. So you have number 1 and number 2. Number 3 is coming out next year, and apparently it's going to become a TV series, which is ridiculously exciting. I mean ridiculously exciting. I've never been so excited for an announcement in my life. And that was on Twitter, which I don't usually go on Twitter, and so I was ridiculously excited. Anyway, that being said, it's about, once again, a LGBTQ plus angle. It looks at these high school boys who suddenly become friends, and one is out as gay, and the other one realizes that he just loves his friend so much. There's something that always he's attracted about, and he's so open. So you have Charlie and Nick, and Charlie's the one who's openly gay, and Nick is the one who's slowly becoming to realize that he's in love with Charlie. And it is so beautiful. It is so squishy. There's so much drama in it too, which is hard at times, but it's also so squishily cute. I highly recommend. I am anxiously awaiting book 3. She's also on Instagram, so if you do want some little nerdy side stories, it's super cute. I definitely recommend. So yet another feel-good, beautiful, absolutely wonderfully arranged graphic novel. You can't go past it. I just love this series. Pick number 3 is actually an online or Webtoon. Webtoon is the site that it's on. It's called Lore Olympus. I can't remember who it's by, but I'll link all the details up here. But Lore Olympus is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of as if it's all the Olympus gods, and you get to follow them in this other world. Well, the god realm, where everyone's of course modern, and they have all these different powers, and it's following the Hades Persephone love story, but modernising a bit and changing it and bringing in a lot of really interesting modern aspects, such as domestic violence, rape, all these amazing female friendships, the importance that people place on female chastity, and the social pressures that women face as well, and also the social pressures that men face when they basically aren't able to express themselves, and also the privilege of different groups over others. It's just, it's fantastic. I really love it, and the way it's coloured and the way it's set out, it's so addictive. I think we're nearly up to 90 episodes of it, and episodes being like comic strip. But I binged it in one night. I think when it was at 70 something, I binged the entire thing. I got so into it, and now I get notifications when the new one is released, so I am addicted. It is so good. I'll leave the link down below, but please do check it out if you do like really interesting drama, but also using mythic Greek myth and gods. Good fun. Number 4 is absolutely going to be Nimona by Noel Stevenson, and I just read this, so I've had it for a while, and I have finally read it. I don't know why graphic novels are so fast to read and they're so enjoyable, but yeah, so I read this in one go. It is ridiculously good fun. It's basically about two people that believe they're baddies, is basically trying to get back at someone who apparently is always a good guy but aren't really that good, and they're always getting away with things because they're the good guys but they're not really doing good things. So I think it's really funny. It's a bit of a twist, and also it has really unique and different characters, and it's fantasy, so it's always hilariously good fun. And Nimona's a shapeshifter, and she likes to shape her head into a shark, which is absolutely awesome. So Nimona is definitely a wonderful recommendation, but I did love the others a little bit more than Nimona. I got hugely addicted to them. But yeah, Nimona, classic, definitely recommend if you love to try fantasy graphic novels that are a little bit different. And lastly, another LGBTQ read is Bloom by Kevin Panchetta and Savannah Ganchow. I put this as number 5 because it definitely was one of my favourites I read this year compared to others. But what I found that the characters were very hard, mainly because one character was always lashing out. They were very unhappy in their friendships and what they were being pressured into doing a lot of the time. And they were lashing out at their parents and unwittingly at the person that they were actually really not in a relationship with, but who they liked, and then they refused to understand that it was them who was the problem, and any advice that kind of came to them otherwise, they weren't really accepting it. So I found I had that was a little bit difficult, but of course it's someone who's just finished high school, and everyone goes through that stage, I think. When they finish high school, if they don't have a clear direction of what they want to do, they're a little bit in the unknown, and so they tend to lash out if they feel that they're being pressured in too many directions and they're not being heard. So it's a completely understandable point. It's a completely understandable emotion, but I did find it a bit jarring, but it came good in the end, and it was really sweet and beautiful at times. Alright, so that was my top 5 graphic novels that I've read in 2019. I hope you enjoy this Vlogmas video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!